If everyone gets your time before you do, that isn't generosity, it's self-erasure. We use selfish as if it names one moral failure. It doesn't. Taking what belongs to someone else and keeping what belongs to you are not the same act. Exploitation crosses a boundary. Self-respect draws one. This film uses healthy self-interest in a narrow sense. Protect your time, money, attention, and future without deception, coercion, rights violations, or dumping a cost you truly owe. That line is sharper than always give, and harder than do whatever feels good. Many people learn the opposite through praise. The easy child, the reliable coworker, the friend who never needs anything. The reward arrives when your needs are cheap. After enough repetitions, inconvenience can feel like cruelty. A request feels like an assignment. A disappointed face feels like evidence. So you prepay the guilt. Answer immediately. Lend what you cannot spare. Accept extra work before the sentence ends. Some call you kind because they rarely have to meet you as a limit. That is the hidden bargain, approval in exchange for access. It may be habitual rather than malicious. The cost is still real. Here is the sentence that exposes the bargain. A request that cannot survive no is not a request. If your refusal triggers a trial, more reasons, new accusations, a colder room, the argument may not be about your explanation. It may be about whether you are allowed to decide. The first person to call your boundary selfish may be the person whose discount just ended. Notice the precision. Maybe. One protest does not prove manipulation. People can feel surprised, hurt, afraid, or inconvenienced without being abusive. The test is not their first emotion. The test is whether your no is allowed to remain real. Motivation research gives us a useful distinction. In self-determination theory, autonomy means acting with volition. It does not mean detachment or selfish isolation. Autonomy and relatedness can coexist. Across 4 studies of helping, the researchers examined autonomous and controlled reasons for helping and their consequences for both helpers and recipients. That research does not prove every voluntary yes is wise, or every pressured yes is harmful. It supports a smaller point: why you help matters. For this film, care chosen with agency is not morally weaker than care extracted by pressure. It is the kind of care that can be honest about its limits. Use an ethical ledger before you call yourself selfish. First, are you taking something that belongs to someone else? Second, are you breaking a commitment you freely made, a duty you actually hold, or a cost you caused? Third, are you lying, coercing, retaliating, or making someone else absorb your share? If yes, repair the harm. A boundary is not a pardon from responsibility, but if the answer is no, another person's disappointment is not automatic proof that you did wrong. Disappointment is a feeling. Obligation is a separate question. Confusing the two turns every emotional reaction into a claim on your life. Now make the limit concrete. Name the resource, the amount, and the end. I can listen for 20 minutes. I can't manage this for you. I can cover this shift once. I am not taking it every Friday. I won't lend money, but I can help you map the next step. I am not discussing that decision again. Short sentences can feel harsh when you are used to writing a defense. That feeling alone is not proof of harm. Explain once when explanation serves understanding. Stop when explanation becomes an appeals court where your life is on trial. Your time is not community property. Your attention is not a public utility. Then watch behavior, not the label. A workable relationship may dislike your limit and still respect it. It can ask, negotiate, recover, and repair. A coercive pattern keeps moving the goalposts. Your reason is insufficient. Your tone becomes the issue. Old favors become debt. Affection returns only after surrender. Respond proportionally. Clarify once. Delay when pressure rises. Reduce the access that keeps the pattern running. Keep records where power or money makes facts important. Where credible threats, stalking, violence, or retaliation exist, do not use confrontation to prove the boundary. Put safety first and seek qualified local help. The goal is not to become harder, lonelier, or impossible to need. It is to stop treating your disappearance as the price of being good. You can be generous and still have a calendar, loving and still have a budget, reliable and still have a future that is not available for reassignment. Keep the obligations that are truly yours. Repair the harm you actually cause. Pay the costs you honestly owe. Then stop handing your life to every accusation of selfishness. Your life is your responsibility. Kindness should come from a person who is still there,